If you've been on YouTube recently, you probably know that everyone whose content consists of yapping on this platform has spoken about content farms. I mean, they've kind of always been here, silently creating brain rot content for the audiences that consist of literal fetuses, but now they're getting a lot more attention again, and since this topic has piqued my interest, you all are going to hear me yap about this topic now. Hey there yappers, it's Bree, and I've got another art-related topic for you guys. I usually do art-related content, so if that's the content you enjoy, why not subscribe and stick around? My current goal is 70,000 subscribers, so if we reach that goal, I think that'd be pretty cool. But anyway, I keep seeing this topic being brought up in my YouTube recommendations, mostly about specific channels. But I'm not going to talk about specific creators in this video, as I just want to talk about my opinions on the content as a whole. But first, if you're wondering, content farms are usually creators that post a bunch of videos to farm likes using trending topics. Usually they're low effort or quality, though despite that, some of them aren't really that bad visual-wise. Like, I've seen some pretty good animation with these channels. But the point of the content farms is to pump out content pretty much as possible featuring trending topics and keywords to get the algorithm to pick it up. Mainly they're shorts because they're quicker, easier, and feed into the short attention spans that many have developed thanks to TikTok, Instagram Reels, and Shorts. But one look at this content and you probably wonder, who's actually watching this? Like, who willingly clicks on these videos? Well, mainly, these creators target the one audience they're sure will watch their content and are easily pleased. iPad kids. Children. I mean, it's the easiest option. You show toddlers bright, fast-paced videos and it's just, ooh, shapes and colors. And you know, I don't see much of a problem with the idea of it. Make harmless content for kids, you get the money, the kids shut up when mom is trying to get her daily 5-minute nap. Cool, make the money you need. But if it was just that, I really wouldn't care. But no, unfortunately it doesn't end there. You see, these creators can be weirdos. Not all, but a lot. And that's what I'm mainly going to discuss today. The inappropriate side of content farms, aka usually the main side that I see besides the classic quote-unquote brain rot content. I will see these channels specifically target towards kids using trending kids media or things that kids like I don't know, Skibbity Toilet or Poppy Playtime, but they will have these posts younger kids will click on then proceed to post things that kids should not be seeing. And some purposely use inappropriate thumbnails and pictures for kids to click on, which is obviously just straight up disgusting. It's weird and it's just ElsaGate in 2024. You know, it's actually just basically the child of ElsaGate, and if you don't know what ElsaGate is, just look it up on YouTube. It's pretty much just gross content marketed towards kids using popular kids characters like Elsa and Spider-Man. But for a definition more in depth, there are many videos speaking on the topic, but it's basically just like the majority of content farms you see nowadays. They also market shows that aren't for kids to kids, like Hazbin Hotel and The Amazing Digital Circus, and I get it's trending, but if you know you have a kid audience, why are you posting that knowing they might search it up? And I know some people will make the argument of, well, they don't choose their audience. And with a lot of channels, yeah, that argument could work. But the issue is that they're actively marketing their content towards kids, so yeah, they are choosing their audience. They actively make it appealing to kids because they're the easiest to please. They're aware of their viewers and they know exactly who they market to, but then they just post this bull. It's not like it's some random account who likes posting and doing their own thing and kids happen to stumble across it. No, they again market towards them already. Also, side note, I feel so bad for Gooseworks and the team that worked on The Amazing Digital Circus in general. Like, the show's reputation is just tainted for many because these content farms ignoring Goose and making this crap content. And that goes for a lot of the media dragged into this content, since it gives the media it uses a really bad reputation. And another form of this is content farms that make 13-up content and 18-up content, which in that case, if you're gonna make these videos that are suitable for children because teenagers are still children, then switch it to adults only and go back and forth. At least age restrict the videos. Yeah, I won't keep everyone out because come on, we all know that people lie about their ages to enter spaces they clearly shouldn't be in, but I feel like that's the least you could do, or just make a whole entire different channel. And sometimes, even outside of thumbnails, these content farms just outright make 18-up content without warnings or restricting it, and a lot of times again, featuring kids media or media they're aware kids like making animations with those characters, and a lot of times characters that are children themselves doing inappropriate things. So it's not just thumbnails, but the videos themselves. I shouldn't have to explain why that's wrong. I mean, maybe to the creators and the poor kids, but I'm pretty sure most of you guys watching are already aware. And look, I'm not usually a hater. I mean, anyone who watches my channel knows this. I try to find some positive in the content or the creators I cover, or at least try to see their side a little bit. But this is different. It's disgusting, it's weird, and those creators leave a bad taste in my mouth. These are kids. A lot of them are fresh out the room, guys. By the way, that's a comedic exaggeration for the most part. They should not be watching this dookie. It's funny because when I was a kid I was constantly told that SpongeBob is brain rot content, but one look into YouTube Shorts and everyone who told me that would just crap their pants immediately. This content holds no moral to the story, no educational value, and it's probably dumbing down your kid's attention span to the point where in order to listen to one full sentence, they need a Subway Surfers gameplay in the background. And I get not all kids shows have to be educational. It's fun to have silly shenanigan shows, but again, a lot of this is just downright inappropriate. And with that being said, I feel like the harmless ones are just a bit dumb or just cringe to some people, and not harmful in the meaning means of what it's presenting, such as not fetishy or straight up NSFW, should just be watched with a limit. Like if your kids are on the iPad 24/7, which they shouldn't be in the first place, balance that content out with educational content. But I won't tell you how to parent, I guess. But if they're on there a lot, make sure it's not all they're watching. A child's development stage is so important, and if all they're watching is Skibbity Toilet Hits the Gritty or whatever, I don't know. I don't keep up with that content. I'm not waiting for the next content farm lore drop, but that's really not good for them. Like, I feel like I don't have to be some child psychologist to say that. It's just, or really should be, common knowledge. But I don't think those channels need to be erased for being a bit cringe to others or dumb. The inappropriate ones do, but these, being a bit cringe or dumb isn't a crime, and it's not violating any guidelines or exposing any bad behavior to kids. I don't hate the content farms that are mainly just brain-rotty content, at least not as much as the inappropriate ones. I personally would not let my kids watch that if I had kids, but it's really up to the parent at that point, and those creators are just trying to get their money. Like, I don't like it, but as long as it's harmless towards the kids, I won't flame you for enjoying it or making it. I don't think they need their channels taken down or their careers ended. It's not that bad, and as long as you aren't promoting inappropriate content or bad behaviors in the content you target towards kids, it's not that big of a deal. But the inappropriate ones don't get my devil's advocate card, like, ever. There's no defending that, period. You're weird, and the people who make that crap are creeps. And I'm gonna say this now, and this goes for all of the bad content your kids may be exposed to online due to lack of care, but to parents watching, if there's even any parents watching, if your kid's being exposed to this, it's not just the creator's fault. Yes, content farms are still majorly at fault. Yes, what they did is bad, and this is in no way, shape, or form excusing what they do, since you should not be marketing that kind of stuff towards kids. But you as a parent need to be watching your kids' devices. In fact, your younger kids, like the toddler iPad kids, personally, I don't think they should be online at all. You guys gotta take some accountability too. And this is just my opinion. I'm not going to break into your house and burn your kid's iPad, but I think social media should stay for older audiences that aren't still in elementary school or younger, which where I live that means ages around 11 and younger. I know those kids might get mad at me if they're in my comment section, and you can, whatever. I'm going based off of personal experiences as someone who was exposed to the internet at a young age, which is why my opinions are the way they are. And as you grow up, you're going to realize that a lot of the things you're exposed to online shouldn't have been something you as a young child should have had to deal with. And just because you think you're quote-unquote mature enough, doesn't mean everyone your age is. I've had many kids get mad at me in the past over opinions like these, when the concerns are real issues that we should be bringing up. I think as they get older, they can eventually strictly just view social media as, like, I don't know, YouTube, then eventually get old enough to post. But I guess that's just me, I don't know. I just know my posts I made at like age 12 killed me inside, trust me. People online are real and will see this. Thank God my mom wouldn't let me post my face, and I still can't, only parts of it, which I only do on rare occasions since I really don't want to show my face anyway. Only 4 online friends of mine know what I look like fully, and those are the only ones that I trust with my face currently. And guys, even YouTube Kids is terrible, don't let the name fool you. It's marketed towards kids, yes. It's called YouTube Kids, for God's sake, yes. But there's so many cases of inappropriate content on there, it's not like it's doing anything. There is no 100% guarantee your kids won't see something inappropriate just because they slap on the label for kids on the app. Watch your kids' online activity, especially at such young ages. I wish I was monitored more at a young age. I mean, I was to an extent, but I've seen horrid stuff that I wish I never did. And it only takes one search or one thumbnail that intrigues them and they're down a whole rabbit hole. There is plenty of kid-friendly media that isn't social media. It's also good to limit your younger kids' screen time because not doing that is a recipe for disaster. Let them play with toys, go outside, and be children. Even I go outside, which might be shocking for many considering I'm an artist and rumors have it we don't even know what daylight looks like, but I can assure you, I get my daily dosage of grass and sun. Just recently I made a community post of me enjoying art in the sun. My little sister used to be an iPad kid till it was decided that she needed to be cut off because the brain rot was getting to her and she was just addicted. And this kid was so dependent on that damn iPad, it was insane. She once asked if she could bring an iPad to the park to play with her friends at a playdate. And not to sound like an ancient fossil, but back in my day, parks were for touching grass and playing on playgrounds, not touching greasy, crusty iPad screens. Thank God she acts more like a kid now because God knows that most kids today don't. Which, is thanks to the internet calling anything regular kids should like, cringe. Like, I literally posted a video of cringy childhood moments on TikTok and got told to end it all at least 15 times. I mean, I already knew before I posted that this sort of behavior would happen, and I just didn't care because honestly, online hate doesn't get to me, especially on TikTok, because I don't really take any of them seriously. So I didn't really take anything that hard, but holy crap, dude. I can't even imagine what actual kids being kids have to face, not just online, but in real life. But the internet is not ready for that opinion. Plus, it's about content farms and not how the internet is killing childhoods, and that's a rant for another day, so let's get moving on. But back on topic, I get these people want money, but there are better ways to make that bag, and ways that don't require showing kids their favorite characters twerking, having fetishy scenarios, or any of that. And I mean, like, even my generation has experienced brain rot content we really shouldn't have been viewing. I won't lie, a lot of the old content I watched probably took 10 years off my lifespan, so I'm not gonna act like kids watching this is new, but that doesn't mean it's okay. There's a clear issue and we should fix it. And despite it seeming like the easiest option, we can't just blame the kids. Call Gen Alpha dumb or cringe, but they're gonna click on appealing things because that's what a kid would do. It's not their fault that something that is meant to look appealing to them made them watch the video. Majority of people who grew up with the internet and YouTube has clicked on at least one video that looked appealing to them that they should not have been watching. Like, I should not have been watching Smile HD, Happy Tree Friends, and the one video that got YouTube taken away from me for 2 years, the Killer Kool-Aid Man. Looking back, that video was hilarious, but I kid you not, I had nightmares from that video and could not look at the Kool-Aid Man. My mom found out, and well, YouTube was gone for me. And so was your sleep, because you know 7-year-old me insisted sleeping in her bed because I thought the Kool-Aid Man was out to get me. Another big issue that I discovered through SaberSpark's lovely video on the matter is art theft. Like, these guys will use comics that are uncredited to make dubs, and use art for thumbnails uncredited. Not only is it bad for the artists that their work is being taken without credit for videos that make millions of views, but there's the fact that people could potentially see the original artist and click 2 and 2 together and suddenly think that innocent artist is linked to this sort of content, which I can believe many would not want, understandably so. No one wants to be linked with content farms. There's no asking, no credit, and it's completely messed up, and yet just another issue with this content. And by the way, I totally recommend watching SaberSpark's video if you haven't, it's a cool watch. SaberSpark, Judge, and other creators are what inspired this video, so give those channels a watch, and I actually drew Judge fan art in this video, but yeah. Overall, kids obviously should not be viewing inappropriate content, and as for regular run-of-the-mill simple brain rot content, in my opinion, it should be at the very least consumed with limits. But I also don't think it's that bad outside of personally for me just being dumb. But I guess this is where my yapping stops for today. I feel like there's gonna be a couple kids who just gain consciousness coming into my comments like,
Actually, this content is not that bad at all. Why are you hating on the best videos ever?
and all that jazz, but whatever. If there's any parents watching, don't let your little kids watch this weird crap. And if it's generally just stupid cringe brain rot content, again, I honestly don't care about that. Though if it's all of what your kids consume, I can assure you those brain cells are getting killed off one by one. But at the end of the day, I'm just some random teenager yapping. I don't have kids, so what do I know, right? And your parenting choices are not mine to dictate. Like my opinions, I don't care. Because these are just my personal thoughts, and if you disagree, you disagree. You like the content farms, like them for all I care. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and possibly subscribe. I mean, I'd really appreciate it. If you made it this far, here are today's brush codes for seeing through today's yap session. Remember to love your art, love others, and love yourselves. Bye!